welcome to the Wings of Dreams, where the youth soar, and I'm happy to come again and again and bring to you the best information, the best advice, the best guests. And today's topic is just going to be interesting, and we have one of the best guests around here. I'll let her introduce herself, but sit down, grab some tea, I don't know, juice or something, and let's get this data or information, right? Yes, hi Shila, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. My name is Shila, Kasamire. That's my preferred name. I have another name.
Yeah.
It's for my father that I've been trying to come out of the shadow.
Long story.
Yeah,
Long
story for another day.
Mm.
I'm a logistician by trade or training. I am a Christian. I serve with an organization now that is Christ-centered. I am the last of many children.
Sure.
Yeah, what else is there?
I don't know, you can tell us whatever
I've
you want.
been in a working space for like 12 years and counting, actually going on 13. I'm a mother of
And
one.
she looks like she's 12, guys. Can we clap?
Please, I'm also 12 years old. So I'm 12 years old, with 12 years working experience, and a mother of one who's also 12. That's why I'm 12 years old. So.
Anyway, guys, you know me, I'm Kalyegira Emmanuel, as usual, podcast coordinator, and I'm happy that you are here today, and I'm happy for this episode. So today's topic, we're just going to look at authenticity in a changing world. You know very well how we are in a world that is changing. We have AI, we have social media, we have a lot of things, and we just want to dive in and get to know exactly how can we be authentic as young people in this world. I will let Sheila to define for us what authenticity is. I mean, 13 years of experience, what? So she'll tell us what she understands by authenticity. Maybe she'll tell us some importances or values. I don't know, something that she just has in her mind. Yeah, take the floor.
Thank you. First of all, thank you for inviting me to talk about authenticity, because I think it's something that's important for us today.
Yes.
With this generation, with all the social media, with all the noises and the voices we have, what does authenticity mean? For me, authenticity is being real, and it's being genuine. If I talk about this mic and I say it's authentic, if it is, I don't know what brand, Bosch, WOD, Rode, something, it better be from Rode itself or Bosch or wherever it is. If it's a phone and it's an iPhone, when I open the inside, I'm expecting to find iPhone parts. When I buy a Toyota car outside, I should find the engine is Toyota. If I buy a Mercedes, the engine should be Mercedes. Now if I find a nice Mercedes outside, and I open inside and I find a Toyota engine,
yes,
Bambi, that car is not authentic. Yeah. So for me, authenticity as a person means that I am real. I am me any time of the day. I am the same.
Today,
tomorrow, next week.
Can you say forever?
Home. I mean, I might evolve, but I am the same person at work as I am with my friends, as I am with my family.
Sure. My
values don't change.
Yeah. And our audience, the young children, not youths, and especially the Gen Zs, we're trying to tackle these different things that are disturbing us, and not really challenges that we can work on to be better. And one thing that we have in this generation is self-doubt. We have a lot of doubt, and then we don't know how to look at adversity. And in the way of looking at those two things, they have made us not to be authentic to ourselves. We have looked for different ways to numb the feelings, to feel better, and that has removed us from the road of being authentic. I don't know how you can advise us, maybe talk about how we can connect faith with these two things, that is doubt and adversity. Maybe also just talk about them. Because people nowadays, whenever they're just feeling doubtful or whatever, they just look for something else, which is not authentic to themselves. It's not helping them, it's actually destroying them. What do you have to say about that?
So that's faith, doubt,
and adversity.
Yes. And authenticity.
Yes.
Okay. The first thing about faith is what you believe. Whether you're seeing it or not, you believe something, right?
Yes.
And it's you might have things that have helped you build that faith, but it's you decide that this is something I believe for whatever reason. Your mother told you, you've seen it work, you've read about it, you build your faith. Doubt. Where does doubt come from? Doubt comes from either external voices. Doubt comes from lack of knowledge. Doubt comes from being half-hearted, if I may say it that way. And then adversity. Adversity is a factor of life. Whether you like it or not, you're going to face adversity. In your home, even if you stay in your bed,
it will come.
Find you. Because if you look at anyone great, if you go through their life, there are things they overcame, and whatever form it takes,
yes,
adversity is part of life. Adversity is part of greatness. There is no growth in comfort.
True.
Right? So if you're going to be great or good at anything, you're going to have to overcome adversity. So how does authenticity come in there? In order for you to be authentic to yourself, you must start by knowing yourself. If I come here and you asked me who is Sheila, and I was like, I don't know, I think she's a doctor. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I am a mother or not.
A 12-year-old, like.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
If I'm not sure who I am and I've not defined who I am in terms of faith, am I Christian? Am I Muslim? Am I atheist? Even as a Christian, there are so many things about Christianity that vary. So if I say I'm a Christian, that's one thing. I believe in Christ. Yes, very good. Am I a practicing Christian, or am I just the Christian who writes it when census comes? It comes to count. What religion are you?
Wow.
Christian.
Christian, yeah.
I'm Christian. Why are you Christian? My father said I'm Christian. So in this family, this house,
we are Christians.
Christian. Tomorrow when I go out there and I find this guy, he's a Hajj, he has money, he's buying me a house, buying me a car, solving all my
all your financial problems,
as they seem to be.
Yes.
Will I still be a Christian, or I will change from Sheila to Shamila or Shamira, or I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Uzaifa, whatever name they'll be giving me. I start by defining who am I, and why am I those things.
True.
I don't know if that makes sense, because I am a Christian. Why am I a Christian? Is it because they told me, or is it because I truly confess Christ? I am a mother. What does that mean for me as a mother? I am a sister. I am, if you ask me as a person, I am very observant. Is it because people have told me, or is it because it's something I've taken time to nurture? So when you define who you are, when you come to your faith, you say, this is what I stand for. When tomorrow they come and tell you, but what type of Christian are you? You should be, I don't know, giving alms or whatever. It becomes a matter of, is it giving alms that defines me as a Christian? Or if I'm giving alms to everyone, but I don't pray, I don't read the Bible, I don't even practice the Spirit, I don't even know about God, but I say I'm a Christian. Does that mean I am a Christian? So sure. Even everywhere else, when you face adversity, many people will either thrive or fall because of what they believe. If I believe I can make it, I will make it. If I believe that God has equipped me for this season I am in, I will lean on Him. If I don't believe any of those things, I'm going to be calling everybody. First, lend me money. Yeah. First, come save me from this. So even how you face adversity will depend on who you are as a person. Whether you rise and fall is starting with basics, foundation. Who are you? Yes.
Which helps you to manage all these different challenges that we have. And you see, with the youths currently, it's such a big deal. We don't know how to deal with adversity. I mean, we look at adversity and we just be like, oh my God, I'm depressed. Oh my God, like the way how we just get it. we see it in a different way. And we feel like we're going through the most in this world. No one should say anything. Like, I mean, guys, you're not the only ones. Just take heart.
Yeah.
So we have social media currently, and obviously we're doing challenges. Actually, nowadays they even call them trends on TikTok. Yes. We are doing the current trends on TikTok. We must be seen, we must shine. Even nowadays, we have like a saying, in case Sheila, I've seen you on social media, you've come and you're new, and you're this beautiful girl and all these things. It will be like, Sheila must shine. They will even hashtag
we must shine.
You must shine. And so with this kind of technology that we have currently, how can we be authentic in the social media world?
Before I answer that, I'm going to go back a little bit because there was doubt that you asked me and I didn't answer about doubt. Many times we doubt because we don't know. And doubt is also a factor of life. I want to relate it to like work, my work life. There are seasons where I've gotten jobs or promotions and I'm excited about that job. I'm like, my money is going to increase. Yes. Then I go to work, first day I look around, I'm like, this is perhaps serious. They tell me the things they expect me to do and they're like, we have faith in you, we trust you. I'm like, don't know if I signed up for that part. Then they tell you tomorrow you're meeting the CEO. I'm like, CEO was not part in the job description. When you gave me, you said a report to what, you didn't say there would be a moment of meeting a CEO. Then you meet the CEO, it's like, yeah, we've had such great things about you. We see the things you know when you're talking in an interview, you sell yourself nicely. Even the things, if you say I was a cleaner, you say I was in charge of team cohesion and comfort and ensuring the hospitality. After I talked all these big things, now time to deliver. So they have built up this expectation. Now, you go back home and start asking yourself, sure, can I? I remember I once did an interview and they asked me, on a scale of 1 to 10, rate your Excel skills. I was like, me, 7.
Exactly.
In fact, 8. The guy looked at me, he was like, meanwhile,
can you imagine?
At that time I was like 24, 25 years old. So I'd worked for like 3 years. I'd used Excel, my basic Excel plus minus. And I felt like I have reached like PhD.
You were a top-notch person.
I've arrived. Hey! The guy asking me in front of me is like 48. He has like 20 years experience. He's a finance guy. He uses Excel every day of his life. On a scale of 1 to 10, rate yourself 8. He looked at me, he laughed.
Yeah.
He said, now, do you know Excel can do payrolls, analysis? I was like, with that explanation, perhaps I'm a 7.
You start reducing.
He laughed. He said, are you sure? I said, yes. If I give you Excel now, you'll do. I said, yes, I am a 7. He left it and we moved. Later, when I got the job and we started doing real Excel, leave the one I was doing where I thought VLOOKUP
and all that.
PhD. He asked me again, how would you rate yourself? And I told him it would be a blessing from God if I could be a 3. It would be a blessing, like 3.
1, 2, 3.
I will think I've reached heaven. Because I compared the knowledge I had with the things I was learning, and clearly I was not even in beginner class. I was in like nursery, pre-primary, that play group. So sometimes when you get there, you came in feeling like you're a 7. They sit you first assignment and you feel like you're in play group. You've not even officially reached nursery. You're just the ones who go to school to sleep, play, eat, and go home. You are those ones. You can start and wonder, really, who am I? Where does being authentic come in? If you know you genuinely are a person who's willing to learn, it becomes a moment of, I don't know, I'm not sure, but let me learn. If it's things you know, this is the time you sit back and say, okay, I am afraid, I'm not sure I can do it, but I've done this before, I have done the other. Going back to the basics, who are you, what do you know? You rely on that and you say, okay, the devil is telling me all these things, but I know who I am. Like that song, I know who I am. I know the things I've done. I know the things God has done in my life. Going back to that. So being authentic generally becomes your starting point.
Yes.
Like your baseline.
Baseline. Like
when you hit adversity, you go back to your baseline. And
when doubt comes in,
you go back to your baseline. It's like if you forgot what you look like, what would you do? Find a mirror.
Yeah. Look at yourself.
Go and look at yourself and be like, okay, this is where my eye is, my ear. So that's
and then now we have to tackle the question of social media.
Social media. I love social media so much.
Really?
Very much.
Okay.
Because every day I look on social media, there's a new meme, there's a new challenge. While I'm still trying to do the one of the other year.
You're trying to catch up. There's a new one, the trend. Yeah.
And you're like, you guys, will I catch up ever? I think for me, the biggest thing about social media is understanding, first and foremost, that none of us puts our real life
on social media.
We all sieve. Because if we put our real life, we would put every food we eat, the real way we cook it, we would put how our bedrooms really look like, we would put ourselves snoring at night, all those things. But we don't. By the time we put it on social media, we have first of all looked for the day we are celebrating.
I know.
The day when your mother is assuring you don't
put guys.
The day when the lecturer gives you 0, you don't put. You get retake. The day you have a retake, you don't post.
Oh my God.
Everybody posts the best of their lives.
Yes.
Which is not life. Because life has ups and downs. So even that best is filtered. Even the best doesn't tell you where we started from. It just tells you the result. So we must take social media with a pinch of salt. And one of the filters I do is, I've gone through my social media and I ask myself, does this thing feed me? It's fun, yes. Does it feed me? If it's something like, I'll listen to people who are fun, but I no longer listen to people who make jokes of God. You get? There are people who do comedy and don't do vulgar language and will not make jokes of God.
And what?
Yes, and will not blaspheme, for lack of a better word. So I sort of sieve like that. So even as we manage our social media, we need to make sure that, does it align with my values? Does it feed me? If you go back to the Bible, it talks about guarding your heart and your mind. Because what goes to your heart starts in your mind. Your mind starts with your eyes and your ears. So what is it am I looking at? Follow that trend, it's okay. But make sure that when you follow that trend, when you go to sleep in the night, you are not doing it because people should see you, but you believe in the trend itself. That tomorrow if I come and I say, Emma, this is you, you are proud of your decision. And it doesn't have to be right. Sometimes we make mistakes, but you should be able to say, it was for fun. It was for fun.
We're just enjoying. So as we are coming up to the conclusion of this, actually, it reminded me because on TikTok, there are some people, on TikTok, how they mostly do, someone gets their phone, they put it like maybe on a wall or something, and then they first run to their car, and then they enter, now they first clip those things, You just see someone like entering the car, guys, wake up with me, could be the first lady, the first part of the bed, it looks like a bit organized when they're waking up, and we have been fooled. People are following social media, and we are... Oh my God, we're making it very hard for ourselves. I just want you to, the last question I'm going to ask you, before you give us advice that you feel like you just need to give the youth out there, I just want to tell us, what do you remember about your younger self? Okay, I know you're young, but what, what do you remember about your younger self and you feel like relates with authenticity, the topic of today? And if you had to do anything, what would you advise?
Okay. My younger self, what do I remember about my younger self? I was determined from when I was young. I talked about the name I don't use. From an early age, I had a conversation with my dad. I have his permission. And we agreed that I will not use his name because I'm going to cover life.
Yes.
I was determined. I was going to build a name for myself, and I wanted my name to be the one shining. And we agreed. A teacher went and added it for me. But
what a life.
the lesson in there is at whatever stage you are in life, determine where you're going.
Yes.
And what you'd like to do with your life. My mother always says, before you follow that train, know your destination. So, who are you? Where are you going? What do you want? That will, if you ask yourself those questions along the way,
yeah, you can.
Yeah. And in all that, understand, okay, this is what me I say. What is God saying?
Yes.
You answer those questions,
you can move.
Yeah.
Just the last piece, what would you just advise the people who are watching you over there? The young people. In this current trend.
The
Gen Z.
Yes. It's okay if everything is not for you. It's okay to say no.
Yes, yeah.
In order to say no, you first define who you are.
Authenticity.
So if you don't remember anything today, remember, define who you are. Who am I? That is the starting point. And then, it's okay not to be in everything.
Like, it's okay to miss that
you will
party.
Not die. You will not die.
Like, I mean, we save early and all that. You will not die.
You will not die.
She was really determined, guys.
You will not die. And the world will not end also.
Guys, hope you're noting down. Yeah, so we've come to the end of our podcast and the conversation. And thank you, Sheila, for coming. Just want to wish you all the best in whatever thing you're doing out there, helping the youth, whatever thing that you're doing. May God really bless you and give you knowledge, wisdom to move on and forward and do greater things. And thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for tuning in this time around. Hope your tea is done. Just remember, subscribe, comment, share to your friends. They need this information. Actually, subscribe right now. I mean it to subscribe. Thank you. Now we move on. Share to your friends, like, do all these things, and we shall catch you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye.